Hello and welcome to Module 7 of Geography. In this module, we shall be looking at weather, climate, and environmental geography. That is the understanding our changing atmosphere. The module content here include element of climate and weather, climate zone of the world, natural phenomenon such as cyclones, earthquake, volcanoes, and tsunami, then global warming and climatic change, human adaptation to climate before we now draw our conclusion. Let us begin with the introduction. Weather. Weather may be defined as the short-term state of the atmosphere. It is the short-term condition of the atmosphere that lasts usually hourly or some days. It addresses the question of what to wear today. Then climate, on the other hand, is the long-term average of weather, usually over 30 years. It addresses the question of what clothes to own. So weather and climate are two different things. Weather is the short-term state of the atmosphere, while climate is the long-term average of weather above 30 years. Environmental geography studies the interaction between physical system, that is the atmosphere, and lithosphere and human society. So environmental geography is the study of how human beings interact and interrelate with their physical system, such as the atmosphere and lithosphere. Why does it matter? It matters because human activities is altering the climate system, making this understanding a critical survival skill for the 21st century. Having known that, let us look at the building blocks, that is the element of weather and climate. Weather and climate are influenced by certain elements, some of which include one, temperature. Temperature is the measurement of the degree of hotness or coldness of the weather or atmosphere. It measures heat influenced by latitude, altitude, and ocean current. So temperature is measured by a measuring instrument called the thermometer. Then another factor of the weather and climate is atmospheric pressure, which is the weight of the air. So the atmospheric pressure is the force of the air inserted on the what the climate. It is the difference that creates the wind. Then wind is another factor, which is the horizontal air movement from high to low pressure. So wind is another factor or element of the weather. Then humidity and precipitation is another element of weather. Humidity is the volume of water vapor in the air, while precipitation is the release of water vapor in form of rain, snow, and hail. So humidity and precipitation is element of weather and climate. Another element of weather and climate is the cloud cover, which regulates solar energy reaching the Earth's surface. This element combines to define our daily weather and long-term climate. Having known that, let us look at the global climate zone. By the term climate zone, we mean a group of Earth that shares similar climatic features, which is influenced by latitude, global wind pattern, and ocean currents. Some of the types of climatic zone include one, tropical zone, which is located near equator. It is characterized by hot and wet atmosphere year round. Example is Amazon river. Another type of climatic zone is the arid desert zone, which is characterized by very low precipitation and extreme temperature. Example is Sahara desert. So desert zone is characterized by low precipitation, which to say that rainfall is very rare in desert zone. We have temperate zone, which is characterized by four distinct seasons. Example is Western Europe and Eastern United States of America. We also have continental zone, which is characterized by cold winter, hot summer. Example is interior Russia and Canada. Then we have polar zone, which is characterized by extreme cold, ice, and tundra. This could be found in Antarctica planet or Antarctic planet. So it is a very good example of Antarctica planet, which is extremely characterized by ice. Climate zone dictate ecosystem, agriculture, and human settlement. Now let us look at some of the natural phenomenon. We have cyclone. Cyclone is intensive low pressure over warm tropical ocean, which is more than 26 degrees centigrade. So cyclone has many names in different parts of the world. It is called hurricane in Atlantic Ocean. It is called typhoon in Pacific Ocean, and it is called cyclone in Indian Ocean. So cyclone is a low intense pressure system over the warm tropical ocean. Now let us look at formation of cyclone. For a cyclone to be formed, it needs warm water, humidity, and the Coriolis forces for rotation. Some of the hazards of cyclone include it causes destructive wind, it causes torrential rain, that is flooding, and storm sewage, that is deadliest hazard, stroke coastal flooding. Management of cyclone include early warning system, storm shelter, and coastal defenses. So having known that, let's move further. Another form of natural phenomenon is earthquake. Earthquake is a sudden shaking of the earth's surface caused by the sudden release of energy at tectonic plates boundaries. The hazards of earthquake include ground shaking, landslide, liquefaction, and tsunami. Now let us look at measurement of earthquake. The measurement of earthquake are used by two major tools. Number one is Richter scale, which measures the magnitude of the altitude, and number two is Mercalli scale, which measures the intensity of the earthquake based on the observable damages. Then preparedness for earthquake include earthquake resistant design, zoning, and drill. So preparedness for earthquake include earthquake resistant design, zoning, and drills. So another natural phenomenon is the volcanoes. Volcanoes is the opening or vent in the earth crust due to release at plate boundaries or hotspots. So it is caused by magma release at poles, boundary, or hotspot. The hazard of volcanoes include Harvard flow, ash cloud, pyroclastic flows, gas, etc. But some of the benefits of volcanoes include it fertilizes the soil, so it makes the soil to be more fertile, geothermal energy, and it creates new life. Having known that, let us look at another natural phenomenon, which is tsunamis. Tsunamis is a series of erroneous ocean waves. So a combination of a series of enormous ocean wave is termed tsunamis. The primary cause of tsunamis is underwater earthquake, that is vertical sea flow displacement. Other causes include submarine landslide, volcanic collapse. The key fact here is that it travels fast in deep ocean, slow down, and pile up to great height near shores. The management of tsunamis include early warning system, that is BIOS, seismic network, public education, coastal zoning, and evacuation routes. Now let us look at the core crisis, that is global warming and climate change. Global warming is the gradual process of increasing the average uh, temperature in the earth caused by greenhouse effect. So it is the long-term rise in the earth's average temperature. So it is the process by which the temperature of the earth is gradually increased due to greenhouse effect. So climate change is the broader consequences of that warming. That is changing rainfall, more extreme sea level rise. The mechanism of global warming and climate change is the enhanced greenhouse effect. Number one, the natural greenhouse effect, which is good and keep climate and planet habitable. Then enhanced by human activities include burning fossil fuel, that is carbon dioxide, deforestation, agriculture, taking the blanket and trapping too much heat. So these are mechanisms for global warming. Now let us look at human adaptation to climate. That is the traditional method. So when the climate is hot and dry climate, the hot climate, human adaptation techniques include light clothing. Human begin to wear light clothes when the temperature is so hot and dry. So light clothing is a tool for adaptation. Thick wall houses, irrigation, drought-resistant crops, and pastoralism. So these are the techniques for human adaptation to climate. Then during hot and wet climate, then the adaptation techniques include breathable fabrics, house on steel, steep roof, and rice cultivation. Then cold climate involve insulated clothing, housing, heating system, high calories diet, hunting and fishing. Then mountain climate, the techniques involve uh, terrace farming, hardy crops, and specialized transport. Adaptation is not new. It is a foundational human geographic relationship. In conclusion, an integrated system consists of weather, climate, and geology are powerful forces that shape our world. Human activity is now a dominant force altering this system. That is Anthropocene. Understanding this is understanding this is the key to disaster preparedness, that is for cyclone, earthquake, and tsunamis, sustainable development, working with climate, not against it, global justice, addressing unequal impacts of climate change. Environmental geography provides the essential toolkit for navigating our planet's future. Thank you and God bless you.